It's been a crazy busy week. I am hard out working on building a shed, and I'm in a big rush to get it all done and dried in before the winter kicks in, so I haven't really had a lot of time to get out on the water. But this morning I reached a bit of a milestone and got all the framing done, so it's all framed up, and I've decided I'm going for a little evening dive. So we're out on this gorgeous afternoon. It's super calm, and even though there's only a couple of hours of daylight left, I have a new toy to try out. The crew over at XTAR have sent me their latest torch, and I'm going to put it to use. I have the other one they sent me here, and so we're going to do a little bit of a comparison and see how it lines up. But it all looks pretty nice. So yeah, first mission though, while we've still got some light, is going to be have a bit of a snoop around for some snapper. So let's do it. Well, g'day everyone and welcome to another video. I've hopped in the water here and quickly get my gun loaded, and I move up to the first ledge that I want to look at. This is a spot that I know, and occasionally there are snapper parked up here, so I have left the camera rolling just to kind of prove that there's no tricks here. And yeah, make it up to this ledge and drop down and peer over. And as I peer over here, I notice a nice snapper. The only problem is it's swimming away from me, so I reach out, squeeze off a long shot. And the Wetty Viper Pro shoots dead straight. I hit the fish, but it's at quite a long range, and the fish ends up just ripping straight off.
Damn, first dive, first ledge, big snapper. I hit it, but man, it ripped off. Too long a shot. Bugger. Whew.
I move on, carry on snooping, and as I come over this ledge, I come across another snapper. I take a really quick shot, but end up missing this one.
Damn it. Rush shot. Oh, missed it. Oh, not off to a good start, really, but I'm sure it's going to get better later.
It finally gets dark and I move up the coast into a bit of a crayfish spot. And the first thing I find is this lovely molt. Pretty sure sign that I'm in the good crayfish area.
Yes, another molt. Awesome. That's cool. Take that back to the boat. Whew.
So I end up taking it back to the kayak, and I very carefully stash it in the side pocket in the kayak. My daughter will mount that molt up, make it look really cool, so that is a really good score for her. Moving on, I go back to where I find the molt, dive down, and look in the hole that's right next to it, and sure enough, there is a bunch of crayfish. So got this one here, it looks like a reasonable size, so I line it up, get a quick grab on it, and yeah, head back to the surface pretty happy with myself.
Yeah, pretty sure she's going to be legal. Heaps legal. Heaps. Cool. On the board.
So I'm on my way back to where the crayfish are from where I've got the kayak anchored, and I come across this big snapper parked up in the kelp asleep. I don't have my gun with me, but I decide I'll try and grab it. So I'm just about to grab it there, and it becomes aware of me and just moves off. So I follow it and get ready to try and grab it again, but it is just way too quick for me. In the end, it moves off and I lose sight of it. I carry on and end up finding this crack here. So dive down, have a look at it, and I can see a couple of crayfish in there. A couple of smaller crayfish. Not really what I'm after. And then in the end, I've got this really big boy sitting here. But he is just way too big for me. It's breeding season and he is a big breeder, so I decide I'm going to leave him there.
Ooh, that's a really big crayfish in there. Whew.
A little further on, I find another molt. And this one is from a packhorse crayfish. Slightly different species to the red ones, but it's another really good candidate for my daughter to mount.
Another molt, a little packy this time. Nice.
By this time I have changed spots. I'd spent quite a bit of time in that first spot looking around, and moved up the coast a bit and ended up finding this spot, and the first thing I see is this crayfish looking at me. So dive down, have a bit of a grab, get it, but it's looking a little on the small side. And I can see another one down there that looks a little bit better.
Probably a bit small, but that next one didn't look too small.
So I let that little one go and then dive down to have a go at this next one. And it's tucked itself back up into the rock. So I have to be a little bit careful it doesn't get away on me here. But end up getting a good grab on it and pulling it out. And I am pretty sure that is going to be my second crayfish for the night.
Maybe. We're going to measure that one, I think. Yep, she's legal. Yes. Nice. One more to go.
So I head back in and end up finding this cave, and it is just loaded with crayfish. They are all over the place. I have a quick grab at this one. It
gets away on me. But I am totally unworried about it because there's so many crayfish in here. I just move on to the next one. And end up taking this guy here.
Alright, no need to measure this crayfish, it's definitely legal. Ooh. Awesome. Alrighty, that's the crays done. I might go back in there and have a look at that hole and move on. I'd like to get a snapper.
So head back into the cave and just have a look around. And there's just lots and lots of crayfish in here. I'd never been in here before. This was an absolutely awesome find, and I will store this one away in my memory banks for later. But really great to see good numbers of crays, particularly on the east coast where things have been a little bit hard lately.
What a spot. Magic. I'll be coming back there.
I carry on and I switch back to the first torch that XTAR had sent me, and the only real difference I could see with them was that the beam on this torch was slightly narrower, so possibly better for spearfishing. But anyway, I find this snapper parked up, dive down, get a shot into it, and I was aiming for the stone shot, but I just don't quite get it.
Stone shot.
So yeah, it's all a bit of chaos while I'm wrestling the fish, trying to grab it, give it the icky and everything, and I've got the torch in one hand. It's a little bit crazy, but I managed to get the job done in the end, and it's a nice snapper.
There we are. Nice eating snapper. Woohoo!
I end up finding plenty of snapper this size. It's probably a legal fish. They just seem to be parked up all over the show, and at night they are just mellow ass. So yeah, end up looking at a lot of snapper, shooting one more and having a swim with a nice big 20 pounder, but that was all after the battery on my camera ran out, unfortunately.
Well, it's the next day, and what a dive that was. The battery on my dive camera ended up dying, so off camera I managed to shoot another smaller snapper and actually had a swim with a nice big fat 20 pounder. There was no need to take that. I had plenty of fish, so left that one alone. But yeah, I have the catch all laid out here. So we've got the first snapper I shot, nice big snapper, plenty of meat on there, and then another slightly smaller one. Still lots of meat on it, and pretty happy with that. Then we have the nice 3 crayfish. Nice, good sized crayfish, not too big, not too small, just perfect. And then finally, over here, we have the 2 moults that I picked up for my daughter. So she'll mount them up, make them look really cool. So yeah, that was an awesome dive. I really enjoyed diving at night. Chilling with the snapper when they're just so chill. Like, I wish I'd got it on film, but being able to swim up to a 20 pounder and actually touch it and check it out was just incredible. But was also super impressed with the torch. It performed really well. I think the battery time was probably roughly 3 hours, so plenty of time to have a good dive. And yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna say thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.